Yeah, so this girl on the ends, yeah, them times I would have been about, I reckon about 17. I'm in Lewisham. I'm living at my grand's. She's about 22. Chris girl. She used to walk through the park. There's a park where the man them used to go and kind of loaf. And she used to cut through there with her daughter. She'd walk through the park on a regular. And, you know, man would try and like, you know, try and have a word with her and all of that. But she was airing man because, I guess because she's older, she's a little older, walking through. Man ain't got no car on that in these times. Man's on fucking foot patrol. But I try and holler, nothing's going on. But we be in there doing what we do. Fast forward now, my grandparents have sold the house, gone back to Caribbean. I've gone about my ways. I'm living in on a rock. I've got a flat up there. Gone off, done my own thing. Couple years have passed now, you know. Man started gymming and that, making some money. So now man's in a better situation. It's been a few years now. I think I've come back. It's about 20. I'm about 20. I say I'm about 20, maybe 21. But I've come back on the end. I've been hitting gym. I put on a little weight. I've got a bike. I'm on the big boy bike. Got my chain on and that. And I'm back in the ends. I'm in Lewisham. And I'm in I think I was in Sainsbury's car park. And I see the girl walking in it. So I call her now. But it's a new day now, innit? Cause man's got the bike and that. Man's got the chain. Man's matured. So now I'm 20. She's probably, I think she would have been about 26. Yeah, about 25, 26. So anyway, started speaking to her. This time, you know, I don't even know to this day. I don't know if she knew it was. No, she did know, because we spoke about it afterwards. But now, you know, she's showing man love, exchange numbers and all of that. Or she gave me a number and all of that. We start talking on the phone a few times, and then fast forward, she invites me round to her house. So I've gone to the yard, you know. I think I bought a bottle round there and all of that. Champagne campaign started from early, so I've gone to the yard, and we're drinking a little alcohol, maybe a couple bottles, and whatever. The man stayed there now. Then it's like late in the morning. Say it's 3 in the morning. I clocked my battery's dying, innit? So I said to her, listen, my battery's dying, and you got a charger? She's like, nah, she ain't got none for that phone. Then I don't know if she suggested or I suggested it. Basically, say I suggested it. It's like, yeah, give me your phone. I took her phone. I needed my line. My line was busy, you know, so I needed my line. So I said, give me your phone. I put my SIM in her phone, and vice versa. Just swap the SIMs around. Cause I knew I needed my phone in it. I needed access from earlier. My battery was dying. Falling asleep now. I don't know. I don't know what time in the morning it was. Let's say it's about 7 a.m. That's my guess, because man was in some deep sleep. You know, the after sleep, after drinking and everything else. So my phone rings now. So I answer the phone. Boom, when I answer, there's just silence on the phone, and the phone hangs up. So I'm like, you know, man, back to sleep. Half hour later, maybe 45 minutes, I'm guessing. I don't know, I'm sleeping, so who knows. Man just says, doof, 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 at the girl's door. So what's all this? So she's gone downstairs, bust the door. I'm hearing commotion straight in. Man's voice, got man in the Ross Clark house. Now what's going on is, in my sleep, I forgot I've swapped phones. So when I've heard my phone ring, I've just answered it. But it's her baby dad on the phone. He's rang her phone, but it's obviously her SIM's in my phone. Anyway, I've heard this brother come bursting in. Lacking. It's early out, probably 8 something. I'm in bed, in my drawers. I sit up, look around, I'm like, oh, this is long. Bare cussing and commotion I can hear is going on. He's cussing, she's cussing, bare noise and commotion and argument. So I'm looking around the room now, you know, I'm looking, because how her yard sit, it was like a house converted into flats. So when you come up the stairs, if you go straight on, the kitchen and all that is to that side. Kitchen and bathrooms to that side. The bedroom's in the middle, and then the living room's there. I'm in the bedroom. So I'm looking around and I'm thinking, right, I can hear by the tone of where it's coming from. They're in the kitchen. I'm thinking, right, vex, man, knives, everything is over where he is. I'm in there, I'm not gonna lie, lacking, got nothing. I remember I all looked at the lamp. I'm thinking, this man gonna have to come out there with a lamp. But fuck that, man, they got there like an idiot with no fucking lamp in my head. So they're still going at it, bare noise. But he ain't made no advance towards where I am at. So I've got time to kind of getting myself up, get myself ready, put my trainers on, everything's there in it. So I put my trainers on, tracksuit, whatever. Looked around, thought, nah, fuck it, just gonna have to front it. So I walked out now. As I walked out into the hallway, they're still in the, I can see them, they're in the kitchen, innit? Or I can hear them, I can't quite see them yet. So I just kind of bust around a little bit. They're still cussing, she's telling him fuck off, he's running up his mouth, and so on and so forth. Bare commotion, so I've got my stuff. I looked around there. I looked at him, he looked at me. I looked at her, she looked at me. It's like everyone stopped at one. I just said, boy, it looks like you lot have got something going on here, innit? So I'm just gonna slip out. Everyone just looked at me, didn't say that. So boy, so said, so done. I just bounced, did it? I left them to it, because personally, it ain't really my business. So slid out, left it at that. About 3 months later, now rewind to that. I did tell one of my brethren still when I left, I said, oh bro, guess what just happened? He told his brother. His brother must have, you know, these guys that have gone and all rang because he knows her, innit? Like, oh, what happened? Are you okay? That's a lesson as well. That's why you can't tell people things at times. But anyway, moving on from that. I went out a few months later. Me and her carried on seeing each other for a little bit after that, by the way. It didn't affect nothing, you know. It is what it is. But anyway, I went out a few months later. I was in that, I can't remember the name of the place, you know, by drive-through McDonald's in Old Kent. There's a little club on the corner. It's been there years. I don't know what it was called then. But anyway, I went there. I'm in there with the boys, you know, having a drink and a laugh. I look, there's this guy sitting, just staring at me. So I'm sitting, just looking at me. So I look, and I recognize this is the guy in it. So he's staring at me. So I come over and like, what's happening? He's like, yeah. I was like, you remember me? And he's like, yeah, of course I do. He's like, yeah, where you from, bro? Where you from? So I'm from Lewisham, innit? He goes, yeah. I know the man them that run Lewisham. Straight from that moment there, I knew this brother's a dickhead. He's a dickhead. You don't know the man who runs Lewisham, bro. Who do you know that runs Lewisham? But anyway, the long story short, the brother was an idiot. His baby mum was on what she was on. It weren't really his business. It weren't really my place to get involved. I left everyone to it, and I kept it moving in my life. Shout out Manscaped.
Yeah.
As always, you're not gonna get a better shaving experience. The man they must groom. The man they must pattern up.
That is mad.
It's you know it's normal.
Freshly groomed.
No, it's normal.
You say, what man got? You know when you get the trim, it makes you want to do it. What,
Everything got clean.
everything. Man clean the car. Man did everything. Man cleaned the car. Man
Man
did
said man
everything.
clean the car now. Man stay on his
So
grind.
right now you're super streamlined right now.
Super
Ready to
streamlined.
go.
Man stay like, yeah, shout out Manscaped. Man stay streamlined and good to go all times.
Use the code winners 20% discount. That's from us to you. Get yourself a Manscaped pack. You
Cutting
get
through the wind.
get the 4.0, get the aftershave, get it all. Use the code winners 20% discount. Manscaped.com. Use the code winners 20% discount when you use the code
Streamline
winners.
out here, you know.
Streamline. It changes the game. Change what the strop. Listen.
Summer's here.
I know you're gonna say. I knew you was gonna say changes up the ting, fam. Say it with
Alright.
chest. You know what I'm saying?
Alright. Don't say a word. You
Don't
get
say
me?
a word.